My beautiful viewers, just wait. Let me share. Here we go. My beautiful viewers, you are in for a treat. Beautiful Julie is going to give us her wisdom, her amazingness, and you can hear my echo. My beautiful Julie, please introduce yourself. Tell us about your book, because my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, down below in the show notes, you will have beautiful Julie's elevator pitch. You will have her introduction to her masterclass. You are invited to her masterclass. You will be able to connect to her on her website. You will have a snippet of her book. You will have a link to buy a book. And when you want to see the questions that was asked about the book, the link to Soul Diamond Author Show will also be down below. So my beautiful Julie, please introduce yourself, and then we're going to stop the video and wait for all the others to come. And then we will invite the viewers on E360. Ooh, a tongue. I went to the dentist and my mouth is still not awake totally. And my beautiful viewers, we will invite you all to Julie's amazing masterclass. Julie, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Sanet, and thank you for asking me to do a masterclass. When I thought, what topic would I choose? I wanted to choose something that would help the most people. And most people get colds and flus. And I've only had one in the past 10 years, so I want to share this information. It's so exciting to learn how much we can do to revive and invigorate our immune systems so that we can fight things off, even when we're exposed to them. So my name is Julie Diaz. I'm a certified holistic health coach. I'm a board certified drugless practitioner. I'm also certified in aromatherapy, nutrition, Reiki, this and that. I love to learn and I love to share that information. And so I worked very hard, not only on this class, but on writing my book, which is behind me, Conquer Hashimoto's. This book is about hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, and it applies to all autoimmune diseases and actually for your general health. A lot of the principles in this book are going to be taught today in the class of how to improve your cellular health, how to remove toxins, how to remove parasites and viral cells, how to use nutraceuticals that can detoxify your body and strengthen your body and modulate your immune system. So I'm really excited to share all this information. And this is my book, if anybody cares to pick it up, Conquer Hashimoto's, which made #1 Amazon bestseller and hot new release. So that was exciting. So thank you so much for having me, Sanet. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So my beautiful viewers, you will be invited when all the other diamonds and tanzanites have joined. See you in a minute. My beautiful viewers, you are back. So now it's going to be amazing. As just before we allow you to come in again, Julie did a quick prayer, and I told Julie she knows so much more than we do, and we are such We are actually the honored one that she bestowed her wisdom on, not only us on the screen, but also to the Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite Heroes. And she does it on her own Facebook page as well. So please remember to go down below in the show notes and go and connect with Julie. Buy a book. Go and look at Soul Diamond Author's Journey when she answers questions on her book. So my beautiful Julie, all over to you. Thank you for this amazing masterclass that you have done for us. And we can just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And if I spit, I'm so sorry. I was at a dentist and my mouth is still coming alive. But luckily we are on a screen and nothing is going to happen. Hello, Tina. So my
Hello,
beautiful
Tina.
Julie, all over to you.
Okay, here we go. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, 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 yes.
Excellent. Okay, so thank you so much for joining, everyone. I'm fueled by enthusiasm to help people to not get sick anymore because, like I said before in my video, if I can do this, you can do it too. I have autoimmune disease. I had bronchitis as a child. I used to get sick every year, and when I got older and I developed autoimmune disease, I would have bronchitis and I would cough for a month. It was terrible. So every time I felt that tickle coming on, I'd be upset because I knew that I was going to be down for the count for a while. Well, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can even be around people that are sick and I don't catch it. And I want to share that with everybody else so everybody else can be healthier. So let's go to the next slide. This is our agenda. We have a jam-packed agenda here today. So I'm going to move through it quickly so we can learn as much as possible. Okay, so we're going to go over mitochondrial health, our cellular energy, nutraceuticals. We're going to talk about a vitamin C flush, water quality, heavy metals detoxification, immune modulating herbs, medicinal mushrooms, antiviral protocols, bee products, and quantum healing. And then we'll have some final tips, takeaways, and you're going to have some takeaways because I have some great free gifts for you. Okay. So how often do people get sick? The average adult gets two or three colds a year. Some people get more if they work with children, like teachers or parents of young children. There's a significant portion of the population that gets 0 colds in a 12-month period. How do they do it? Research from Yale Medicine suggests 20% of people carrying a cold virus never develop symptoms. Their immune systems manage the viral load so efficiently that they never technically feel sick. Some people possess high levels of interferons, which are proteins that stop viral replication or viruses from replicating. And they have higher mitochondrial efficiency. So we're going to talk about that. This allows them to kill off viruses before they cause a single sneeze. Okay, so how do you know is your immune system overloaded? Do you experience fatigue, brain fog, digestive flare-ups, or skin problems? Those are some common signs of immune system overloading. So cellular voltage. Every cell in your body, and we all know our body is comprised of trillions of cells, right? And they renew all the time. I heard we grow a new skeleton every 7 years. Our bodies are amazing. So a healthy cell usually operates at a charge of approximately -70 to -90 millivolts. So we are literally electric. But when our cell voltage drops due to stress, toxins, radiation, or maybe fatigue or trauma of some kind, the cell becomes sluggish. White blood cells lose their strength in their fight against the pathogens. Pathogens are viruses, bacteria, things like that. So high voltage cells are far more effective at identifying those pathogens and neutralizing them. So what is your mitochondrial health? Your mitochondria are the active command centers for your immune system. And what's the difference between cellular health and mitochondrial health? Think of cellular energy as the electricity running through your house and mitochondrial strength as the generator in the basement producing it. Your immune cells, your T cells and macrophages require massive rapid bursts of energy to fight these pathogens, and they rely on healthy mitochondria to provide the fuel for that battle. So when your mitochondrial health declines, the immune system can become fragile, unable to fight infections, or could go haywire, causing excessive inflammation. So here's some lifestyle hacks for how to create new mitochondria and get rid of the old useless mitochondria. Physical activity. Number one, exercise is one of the most powerful mitochondrial hacks that you can do. Intermittent fasting. Periods of fasting trigger autophagy, which is a cellular cleanup process that recycles old damaged mitochondria so new ones can take their place. And intermittent fasting, you don't have to go a real long time. If you eat dinner like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, you're not going to eat again till morning. If you go through your morning hours without eating breakfast, just for a few hours, maybe just have liquids until maybe 11 or 12 o'clock, you got a 16-hour intermittent fasting period right there. So it's not that hard to do. Thermal stress, cold exposure. You know how some people plunge into the ocean? I have a cousin in Ireland that plunges into the cold Irish Sea. She made me do it when I was out there, and it was freezing, let me tell you. But what cold plunges or showers do is trigger PGC1A. That's a master switch for mitochondrial biogenesis, which means creating new mitochondria. That's what biogenesis is. So heat therapy is another thing. Going in a sauna. High heat increases heat shock proteins, HSPs, which repair and protect your mitochondria. And last but not least, detoxification and cleansing, cleaning out the cells. Of course, that's going to help your cellular health and your mitochondrial health. Okay, so mitochondrial health and NAD plus. Who's ever heard of NAD plus? Does anybody know about that supplement? It's something we have in our body, good, naturally. And as we get older, it goes down and it declines. You know, there's been studies that people that have had heart attacks, the more NAD they had in their body, the more likely they were to survive and the quicker they were to recover. So the NAD, it has so many benefits, but that was one that was really impressive to me that I wanted to point out. So some of the things that NAD does for your mitochondria is it powers macrophages to engulf and destroy pathogens. Picture the Pac-Man eating up your pathogens. That's what macrophages do. It provides T cells with the resources they need to stay active. It gives you better long-term immunity and defense because it remembers the things that you've been exposed to before. So it helps your body to remember those. It also supports the integrity of the intestinal lining to help you promote a healthy microbiome. It suppresses inflammation and prevents cytokine storms. A cytokine storm is when the body gets overactive, the immune system gets overactive and goes a little haywire. It also helps to create new mitochondria and repair damaged DNA. So NAD plus is one of the best things ever. And we're going to talk about some of the precursors that help your body make it in a little while. Okay, actually, here's some of them right here. So CoQ10, this is a powerful antioxidant which mops up free radicals before they can cause oxidative damage. I used to think that CoQ10 oxygenated the blood, but what it actually does, it improves the efficiency of your cells to use the oxygen delivered by the blood. So close. It does help your oxygenation though. So PQQ, that directly triggers the genetic pathway for growing brand new mitochondria. B vitamins, they are essential fuel for the energy making cycle, specifically B3, which is a precursor to NAD+, that's nicotinamide. And there's a lot of TikTok videos out there right now, and they're talking about it like it's a brand new thing. They're like, NMN, NMN, not NAD, the NMN. I'm like, yeah, that's in like every NAD supplement. NMN is nicotinamide. Anyway, anything to market new products, right? So magnesium is a required helper for almost every chemical reaction involving ATP. And ATP is your body's cellular energy. It's just another word for that, is basically. Alpha lipoic acid, this is an amazing supplement. This acts as a cofactor for enzymes that turn glucose into energy. It's good for people that have diabetes. Uh-oh. There's a Zoom user just joined. Oh, you muted. Okay. Thank you. So if you know anyone that has cramps in their feet, neuropathy, in other words, alpha lipoic acid will get rid of it like that. It's amazing. So I take that every night because I used to get those cramps in my feet, and I never have them anymore. So it really works. Resveratrol. Resveratrol activates sirtuins, and which clean up old damaged mitochondria and replace them with healthy ones. Okay, so a lot of those NAD supplements I mentioned have resveratrol, and they have the nicotinamide, and some of them have a few other things. We'll talk about that. So let's go into vitamin D3. Is everybody taking their vitamin D this winter? It's very important to take your vitamin D. I see that Christiana looking to the side. Very good. I see some hands up. Excellent. So this is the time of year when people's vitamin D levels, it's in this side of the world, Sanet. I know you're in the summer, right? But on this side of the earth, we are on very low vitamin D levels right now because we have been lacking the sunshine all winter. So look at what vitamin D does. Vitamin D has so many benefits. It's absolutely amazing. It prevents cancer and so many other things. But when it comes to immunity, here's the benefits. It's pathogen killing. It triggers the production of cathelicidins. These are nature's antibiotics that directly destroy the cell walls of bacteria and viruses. It also puts a brake on inflammation. It inhibits the overproduction of pro-inflammatory cytokines. So it prevents that cytokine storm I had mentioned before, which can cause severe lung damage during respiratory infections. This is what was happening during COVID. People would have cytokine storms, and then their lungs would make it very hard for them to breathe. Immune cell activation unlocks your T cells and macrophages. Your T cells stay dormant if they can't find the vitamin D molecule to plug into their receptors. Barrier integrity. We have tight junctions in our gut and in our lungs. So vitamin D helps to prevent viruses from leaking through those barriers, those physical linings, and getting into your bloodstream. Autoimmune regulation. This is so important for those of us with autoimmune disease. It promotes the production of T cells, and it helps the immune system distinguish between an invader and yourself or your own tissues so your body doesn't attack itself. So vitamin D, this is a vitamin D synergy stack. You never want to take vitamin D3 all by itself. You want to take it with vitamin K2 as well, because that helps to ensure the calcium is absorbed into your bones and not into your arteries or other soft tissues, like maybe your kidneys. So, and to take magnesium as well when you take your D3 and your K2, because the magnesium is the ignition switch required to convert the stored D3 into its active immune boosting form. This is a great trio to take at night before you go to bed. And also, well, with your dinner, because you want to take D3 with a meal that has fat in it because it's a fat soluble vitamin. Okay. So vitamin C flush. Has anyone ever heard of a vitamin C flush? This is a great thing to do. Great. This is a great thing to do if you're fighting an illness, or even like to determine what your set point of how much vitamin C your body needs. So what a vitamin C flush is, also known as an ascorbate cleanse or bowel tolerance test, is a method of taking high doses of vitamin C at short intervals until your digestive system reaches the saturation point, resulting in a watery bowel movement. So it may sound intense, but there's two goals here. You want to determine your body's specific daily need for vitamin C, and you want to rapidly saturate your immune system during times of stress or illness. So this is something that I would do like before when I would have the flu. I remember one time I had the flu, I took 24,000 milligrams of vitamin C in one day, and I still didn't have a watery bowel movement, and I wondered why. A great time for Laura to join. Just like, what is she talking about, right? But anyway, I learned as I was writing your free ebook, because you're all getting a free ebook of how to do a vitamin C flush. I learned that if you don't, the way that you take it, you're going to read about it in the ebook, but there's a reason why I didn't get to that point. And part of it is because I was doing capsules and not powder. And you'll learn the difference, and which it's better to take the powder, but you can also do it with capsules if you prefer to do it that way. Okay, so that is one of your free gifts. You'll find out about more later. Toxins in tap water. So we all know how important it is to drink clean water. And a lot of the toxins that weigh our cells down and harm our mitochondrial health are in our water, like heavy metals and forever chemicals. Here's some of the top things that are in our water. Forever chemicals, this may be the biggest concern in 2026. These are synthetic chemicals in nonstick cookware and waterproof fabrics. Disinfection byproducts like chlorine and chloramines, They react with organic water and they create toxic byproducts. Lead and heavy metals. These are particularly prevalent in older cities in the Northeast and Midwest. Microplastics and nanoplastics. These tiny particles can cross the blood-brain barrier and enter the bloodstream, potentially causing chronic inflammation. But you know what? You're not helpless. You can get microplastics out. One of the best things to get them out is activated ozonated charcoal. And we'll talk more about that when we get to the binders. Agricultural runoff, nitrates, and pesticides also are in our water. And atrazine, that's a common herbicide. That's a known hormone disruptor. And actually, and they showed that this turned male frogs into females. It's that much of an endocrine disruptor. It's very shocking. And I put this link down here at the bottom, findaspring.org. And I think I have this on another slide, so it's not supposed to be there, but that's a link that you can go to find spring water. And all over the world, it has the locations of springs all over the world. Okay, checking your water quality. You can look at ewg.org and put your zip code in to find out what chemicals are in your area, in your water. You can look at the Consumer Confidence Report. Your local water utility is required to provide that to you. And you can do a home TDS test to measure total dissolved solids. And there's other different kinds of water tests that you can do at home. And if you have well water, I don't know, does anybody here have well water? Okay, that's good. But because you never know now what's in the ground, I think I'd be more concerned about well water. But I could be wrong on that. I haven't dug that deep into that. So let's move on. So water quality sources. What I have found is that through my research is that structured water is considered the best water now because structured water has a high cellular voltage and the purity is also high and it also has the best bioavailability. If you look to the right, this is a video here. Look at that. That's a structured water device. You see it like a vortex going down through the water. That's what structures the water. Isn't that cool? So I thought that was amazing. I would like to get that. That's on Etsy, by the way. Okay. Next best would be spring water that has a medium to high cellular voltage. Purity is variable, depending on the spring, of course, and the bioavailability is high. Hydrogen water. I have a hydrogen water bottle, show and tell, right here. You can see me on the screen. This is hydrogenating this water right now. And if I don't drink it right as soon as it's done, the hydrogen is going to dissipate. So I will I will do it again later and drink it when it's done hydrogenating. Aha, I said it. That's a hard word to say. So hydrogen water, that has a medium cellular voltage, high purity, and high bioavailability. Filtered tap water, no surprise, has a low cellular voltage, medium purity, and bioavailability is medium. Now, reverse osmosis water, I was a little surprised to learn this, has a neutral or negative voltage, a purity is the highest, but the bioavailability is low. That's because the reverse osmosis filters take out the minerals. So you have to remineralize that water. So you're using an RO filter, you want to put a little pinch of sea salt, or if you have like a liquid mineral supplement, put a few drops of that in there. Okay. There's the findaspring.org. See, that was supposed to be on this side. So we'll go to the next. Okay, now we're going to talk about heavy metals toxicity. Heavy metals don't just weaken your cells, they actually help the virus. Heavy metals like lead, mercury, and cadmium act as silent saboteurs of the immune system. They make you more susceptible to catching viruses and make those infections harder to overcome. They reduce both the number and the killing power of your natural killer cells, giving viruses a head start. Metals like lead damage the tiny hairs, the cilia, in your lungs that sweep out viral particles, making it easier for respiratory viruses like the flu to take hold. And oxidative stress caused by cadmium toxicity has been shown to increase the replication rate of the flu virus by up to 40%. Exposure to lead and mercury is linked to lower levels of antibodies. So it's very important. We're all exposed to heavy metals. It's in the air, it's in the water, it's in our food. And in my book, I have a whole chapter on how to detoxify heavy metals. It includes how to eat during your detox, how to manage detox reactions, what are the different binders you can take, and what are some foods that also remove heavy metals during a meal. For example, if you're eating fish and you have cilantro in the same meal, that cilantro can help take the mercury out. But when you consume mercury, it goes up through your brainstem it lodges into your brain very quickly. So an important part that's also in my book is about testing, because you want to know before you do heavy metals detox, you want to know what metals do I have and how much, right? And not all testing is alike. So if you go to a regular doctor, they do a blood test, it's only going to show what's circulating in your blood, which it only shows really your most recent exposures. But what's been lodged in your brain or your other organs, it's not going to show. That's why you need to have a chelator to shake things up, to get the metals moving, and then it's called a urine challenge. Then you collect your urine after having the chelator, and that's a more accurate assessment of what your heavy metals toxicity really is. So the synergy effect, that just means that, mixtures of these metals together have a synergistic effect, meaning they do more damage together than the sum of their parts. So it's very important to get heavy metals out. And if you've never done it before, you have to be very careful because you can have a reaction if you start too fast. And I work with people on doing heavy metals cleanses if anybody needs assistance with that. Okay, zeolite, this is a really cool binder. It's actually made from volcanic ash, and it's a very fine powdery substance that you can mix in water and drink. It tastes a little chalky, but you could also put it in a smoothie, which is how I took it. I put a whole tablespoon in my smoothie every day, which made it look kind of gray. It was gray and green. I would take it to work every day. I didn't care. After 2 weeks, I felt my energy zoom up and my mood. I felt so happy. I was bopping around the office and I think I was annoying other people. I was so excited that I felt so much better after taking this zeolite. So this is amazing stuff. So it removes heavy metals, radioactive isotopes, and organic pollutants. You might think, well, radioactive isotopes, what are those? Well, the whole western side of our country, they tested nuclear weapons there. So there's uranium and cesium in the water, in the soil. So yeah, it's important to get that stuff out. And these are the heavy metals and chemicals that have been clinically shown to be removed by zeolite. Arsenic, cadmium, cesium, chromium, copper, cobalt, lead, manganese, mercury, molybdenum, nickel, uranium, PCBs, pesticides, and herbicides. It's really an incredible nutraceutical. Okay, and here's all the detox binders and their best uses. So activated charcoal, a lot of people know that it's being good for when you have gas or digestive upset, also for poisoning. It's used in hospitals all over the world when people are exposed to some kind of a poison, or even like I think they use for snake bites. So that bentonite clay is very good for mold, and it uses a negative charge. All of these use a negative charge to attract positively charged molecules. Okay. So zeolite, as I already listed all the things that removes, and it works like it has a cage-like mineral structure that like absorbs the toxins in like a sponge and takes them into that cage and pulls them out. So if people do have a reaction when they're detoxing with zeolite, this one's particularly interesting. If they take more zeolite instead of taking lead, they might think, oh no, I took too much of this. They're not. No, if you take more, those cage-like molecules take whatever's circulating, making you feel bad, and they take it out. So people feel better when they take more zeolite as opposed to less. So that's a unique thing just with the zeolite. Okay. Chlorella is it's rich in chlorophyll, it's very green. It's a nutrient-dense algae that binds metals while providing chlorophyll. And that's great for heavy metals and radiation support. Modified citrus pectin, one of my favorite nutraceuticals ever. I take a scoop every day because not only does it detox heavy metals, it's cardioprotective, it prevents cancer, it helps your kidney health, it prevents cancer cells from clumping together. It's it's modified so that it's a smaller molecular size so that it can go through your bloodstream, as opposed to apple pectin, which is a great supplement too, but that only just goes through your intestines, right? But the modified citrus pectin can go through your whole bloodstream. It's amazing. And there's over 80 clinical studies that show the benefits of this. I could do a whole class just on modified citrus pectin. It's amazing. So yeah, I get excited about that. So I take a scoop every day in my applesauce. Humic and fulvic acid comes from the earth. They're soil-based carbons that support both binding and cellular repair, and they help with environmental toxins and glyphosate. Okay, these are immune modulating herbs, some of the best herbs ever. As you guys know, I love herbs and I am a certified herbalist. So I've been using herbs for many, many years. Let me see what the time is. I'm going to hurry up and get through because I can't read this whole slide, but there's more information in your ebooks. Okay, but let me just point out reishi mushroom, one of my favorite herbs. People might not realize this mushroom is an herb, but mushrooms are herbs. But it's the mushroom of immortality. It's a potent immunomodulator, so it's great for autoimmune, but it also has so many other benefits, and taken long term can impart a sense of calm. So it's really good for people with anxiety and depression as well. Okay, here's some medicinal mushrooms. Aren't they beautiful? I think my favorite is the lion's mane when it comes to appearance. It's just so fascinating that, and I actually bought it and I cooked it one day. It was pretty good. So lion's mane's one of the unique things about lion's mane is that it has a nerve growth factor. It can help nerve cells to regrow. So it's really good for people with MS and neurological issues. Okay, and memory, it's known very widely for memory benefits as well. Okay, so like I said, the mushrooms are immunomodulators. They have strong antiviral and antibacterial activity. They stimulate those macrophages. Remember the Pac-Man macrophages? They're your T cells and your natural killer cells. It helps them to be more aggressive against the pathogens. It also supports your liver and gut health and acts as a prebiotic to feed beneficial immune supporting bacteria. They also lower cortisol and reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, protecting your cells from damage during an immune response. There's a lot of antiviral nutraceuticals too, and lysine is one. NAC is very good for your liver, but it also breaks up mucus and helps reduce the severity of the flu. Quercetin is one that I would add with that vitamin C stack, synergy stack, because it helps zinc. A lot of people were taking that during COVID. They were taking quercetin, zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D. They were calling it a Z stack after this doctor, like he invented it. He did not. But anyway, zinc picolinate is I think one of the best forms of zinc, and it can reduce the duration of a cold by up to 40% if taken within 24 hours of the first symptom. Selenium supports your natural killer cells. Monolaurin dissolves the lipid envelope around viruses like herpes, flu, and Epstein-Barr. There's a fatty envelope that protects those viruses and it dissolves it. Amazing. And vitamin D, of course, we talked about that. So antiviral herbs, I have 2 slides full of antiviral herbs. As you know, like I said, I love herbs. We all know garlic has a million benefits. Very good. It's a general immune defense. Ashwagandha, holy basil. Holy basil tea is delicious, by the way, and I drink that almost every day. It's a great way to take your supplements with an herbal tea once it's cooled off, because it's easier to get them down. Schisandra berry, it's good against influenza and hepatitis C. Licorice root's good for sore throats and SARS-related viruses. And then we have cat's claw, the amazing herb from Peru that also helps against viruses like herpes, shingles, and even HIV. Echinacea, it's great for respiratory virus infections. That's not an everyday herb. It's only during an illness, right? Lemon balm, it's also antiviral. Oregano oil is good for everything. It's antiviral, antimicrobial, antiparasitic, anti-everything. Oregano is amazing. Don't take it straight though. If you've ever tasted it, Laura knows it's very strong. Exactly, Christiana. It's very strong. So I put it in a vitamin C capsule, pour some powder out, put the oregano drops in 5 drops, and I close the capsule and take it, and no burn. Okay. Elderberry. I have a sack of it in my kitchen at all times. You can boil up some dried elderberries, put a cinnamon stick, add some honey afterwards and strain it. You have your sambucol. You don't have to buy sambucol from the store. It's more delicious when you make it fresh. Okay. Bee products. Who loves bee products? Aren't bees the most amazing creatures in the world? They really are. So honey is an antioxidant-rich, anti-inflammatory, prebiotic support. Manuka honey, our friends in New Zealand know all about Manuka honey. It's amazing. It's a very potent antimicrobial and wound healing. It helps with so many things. Propolis is antiviral, antibacterial. It also helps with allergies. I use that to prevent allergies in the spring. Bee pollen is very rich in B vitamins, and it's like gold granules. You can put them in your tea, your smoothie, or all in your cereal. They help with your energy level, of course, because they're full of B vitamins and helpful with seasonal allergies and even your metabolic health. And royal jelly, the Queen's longevity secret, it's actually helpful for anti-aging and menopause and brain function. Royal jelly. I I put that in my chamomile tea this morning. Okay, quantum healing. This is like the medicine of the future, frequency medicine, right? So, quantum healing is an umbrella term. It covers a lot of different things like mind-body techniques, deep meditation, guided imagery, and breath work to reprogram and balance the body's energy medicine, practices like Reiki, Qigong, acupuncture, therapeutic touch, and crystal healing. They focus on balancing the body's energy field. And bioresonance, sound frequencies, scalar fields, or light therapy that help mimic the natural frequency of healthy cells. They have an amazing healing effect. I've experienced it myself. And these are some of the ways to heal the energy body. And this is me in the EE system, experiencing the quantum energy field. I've had some wonderful healings just from sitting in an anti-gravity chair for 2 hours. If you know anyone that's seriously ill, I would highly recommend getting them to one of these places because it's so restorative. It also balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain. It's truly incredible. So, Rife machines, there's a long history behind them. I know I'm running short on time, right, Sanet? But I'm almost there. So let's just go into that a little bit. Royal Rife developed this technique to beam frequencies at pathogens. He discovered that every person has a unique frequency and every pathogen has a unique frequency. And these Rife machines have over 50,000 programs. You can look up anything, parasites, Lyme disease, uh, gallbladder disease, liver, anything. And you can send a frequency to your body, either remotely through putting a DNA sample like a fingernail in the machine, or by with contact by like those little TENS pads or holding on to these metal rods. And there's like 4 different things that you can hold on to. So it's very fascinating. AO scan, Laura and I do AO scans for people. It's an incredible tool. It measures the frequency of every organ, every tissue in your body, and it gives you these audio files that are called harmonics that can help to balance your frequency in your body and your overall health and your mood. And I know Krista had a wonderful experience with that. It helped her heart rate to come down when it was elevated. So it's really amazing. If anybody's interested in having an AO scan done, they can contact me. PEMF devices, pulsed electromagnetic frequencies. These help to balance the frequency in your cells. And you can even use them to, like with the structured water, that's another way that you can put energy in your water. And the AO scan, you can do that too. You can imprint water with different frequencies. It's a big subject and it's very interesting. Did I put my hand up? I see a lower hand. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay. Red light therapy, that's one of my favorite things. Also known as low level laser therapy. Pain and inflammation. It improves your skin. It helps regrow your hair. I mean, red light is the best ever. I love red light. Okay. Bach flower essences. Has anyone ever heard of those? I think they're awesome. Yeah, they come from the UK, Eve. Amazing. Was it Edward Bach? Yeah. Anyway, the Bach flower essences treat your emotions and your aura. So um, they treat like, in your field, your emotions are stored in your energy field, right? And every emotion that you have maps to different body parts. So like I have a book that has body maps. So if I'm having a pain on my chest here, I know that that maps to Holly. And Holly is for anger and resentment in relationship to the heart. And one time I did have a literal pain after a breakup, and I put Holly on directly and the pain went away like that. So, sometimes they would work for me immediately. Sometimes I wouldn't know, or I wouldn't be able to tell. So you never know, but I'm just willing to try things because I like to experiment. And I think there is really something to the Bach flower essences. God made those flowers for a reason. And someone did the research to find out all the benefits related to every flower and every emotion. So it's very fascinating. Okay, next, just uh, just some obvious tips, right, for to maintain your immune system. You don't want to forget to eat your fruits and veggies, of course. They're full of fiber, and there's no fiber in meats, eggs, and cheeses, so you need fiber to help carry waste out of your body. You want to make sure you empty your bowels, even if you must get a colonic or enema, especially if you're doing a detox, you have to be moving, okay? And you want to hydrate with clean quality water. Okay. So these are my gifts to you. So I have two ebooks for you. The Power Immunity, whoops, can I go up? Yeah. The Power Immunity Daily Protocol is your first ebook that has a sample protocol of what to take at what time during the day. And that's just a sample. Of course, this is for informational purposes only, and you should work with your physician before you enter into any kind of a detox program, right? But it has a lot of information in the ebook. It has recommended products, and I have a practitioner dispensary where I can offer you a 10% discount. So if you do decide to buy some of the products in there, if you could use my link, that would support my work. And also, I'm offering you a vitamin C flush protocol ebook, as I mentioned before, that helps to reset your system and boosts your immunity doing a vitamin C flush. And also, Indigo Healing Oils is a product line that I make. I make body butters and pain cream and hair growth oil and all kinds of stuff from 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils, and I infuse them with crystals, and they really work. I love working with essential oils. So if you're interested, you can look on yourwellnesschampion.com, go to the shop page, and your class 20 is your coupon code. It's on the next slide, and I'm going to give you all these slides with all the information. And so that's, yeah. And this is my thank you page. So thank you all for attending my class. This is how to connect with me. I'm going to provide you with this file in the chat in just a minute, and you can save that. And this has my email, my socials, and this is your coupon code, class 20 at yourwellnesschampion.com. And to get your free ebooks and your free gifts, go to yourwellnesschampion.com/gifts. So does anyone have any questions, and what do you think?
My beautiful Julie, I've already created a messenger group. I could not get Charles and a Zoom user. I don't know who you are. And also Bella, I'm not sure if you can connect to me on Facebook. I can also add you to the small messenger group, because if there's any questions out of that, we can always have that on there. Also, this where your coding is, this page will also be on there, in some screenshots I also took. So I will just ask the three people to connect to me. I will put my link into the chat, and you please connect with me. I can add you on. And also remember, this show will be going on E360 as well. So you will be seen on screen, if your camera was on audience, Julie's show will go on a Sunday, and on a Sunday we've got about 115,000 people watching it. So thank you, Julie, for not only inspiring us, but also inspiring the E360 viewers outside. So if there's any questions, may I just ask Julie if it's possible to take your screen, so everybody take a screenshot of this page that Julie is on. Oh, there's okay,
don't worry, I just put it in the chat, so go in the chat, click on the attachment. It's a PDF file, and that has the 2 slides that have all the free gift information and all the contact information.
Oh, wow.
Okay, does everybody have it? It's in the chat.
Thank you, my beautiful ones. So now it's time for questions. But before going over to questions, I quickly just need to do this, drop this in for the 3 people I've mentioned. Please connect with me. I can add you to the group. So my beautiful viewers, if we cut off at a certain time, please remember to go down in the show notes, go and collect beautiful Julie's information. And Julie, I know the viewers out there would love maybe to also buy some of, yes, I'm going, thank you. There, Christiana, just do it again. Use your remote or your mouse and go down below in the show notes. So my beautiful Julie, the gifts that you are giving us, will it also go on to E360? If so, I will also mention it in the show notes. So my beautiful ones, you are going to be gifted all this amazingness. So we are ready for questions. My beautiful Christiana, please state your name and where you're from, and then ask beautiful Christiana, Julie, your question.
I'm Christiana. I'm from Canada in Ontario. And that was wonderful, Julie. I really appreciate that. And how you took some really complex things and made it really simple and easy to understand. And what really stood out for me, though, was just at the end when you said the red light therapy helps hair growth. Does that help? Like, my son hit puberty and he lost all of his hair. Would that help with a alopecia, like universalis? Like, he lost head to toe, even the nose hairs, everything. Would red light therapy be something, or is that too extreme?
Well, that it wouldn't be too extreme. I think it would be helpful, but I would do some other things as well, because I think what he's dealing with is an autoimmune condition. I think that
yes.
And the essential oils, I actually write about alopecia areata on my shop page for my hair growth oil. If you look at my hair growth oil and all the ingredients in it, some of them are clinically proven to help with alopecia areata, like I believe off the top of my head, thyme, tea tree, peppermint, rosemary, lavender, all of these help. And some people lose hair because of a hormone imbalance, and that's why I have clary sage in there as well. But I don't know if his is hormone related or if it's really the root cause is like an autoimmune condition. And he might be, actually might be good for him to detox as well, because a lot of people with autoimmune disease have detox issues.
All right.
Or toxicity issues, I should say.
Thank you. Thank you, Christiana.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank
you. Of course.
So my beautiful, I quickly went and fetched my bottle. I must just tell you, when I started with this last year, there's a big difference in everything. My skin, my hair. Well, I was in New Zealand and I was more happy. I was happy there and everything was good there. But even now in South Africa, I cannot even drink the water, or, there's a lot, I clear the water, and I must tell you, ladies, I feel, and I have underneath my box, I've got all the crystals, and underneath the box I wrote, "I love you, my beautiful water. Thank you for nourishing me." So it's that Japanese emoto thing that I've done, yeah. And my water is very important, and I love the way that I drink my water now. So I just want to mention that as well, Julie. So any more questions, my beautiful ones? Yes, Krista?
If I can ask something quickly, so Julie, you went through some amazing products, like something we use for tea or something like that. So instead of me just Googling it on Amazon, is the best way for me to find out how to get that product is to connect with you?
Absolutely. I can give you a discount in my dispensary, and I can answer any further questions, that you might have. Because there's
Awesome.
several in the plan. If you link to that full script link that I gave you, you're going to get, like, I put a whole bunch of products in there because some people prefer liquids over capsules, and some of the products are more expensive and are higher quality, but some are fine, but they're a little bit lower priced. And some people, they have to watch their dollars. I know I do. So that's why I put a variety of products in there. So you can look at all of them and you can ask me questions, of course.
Well, that's great. You did all the hard research for us, so that makes my life easier.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if there are no more questions, beautiful Julia has got a poll for us. I thought it's going to be easy to connect. The YouTube said click on the three dots and you will have the polls. You can set your polls up. It's not there, so I need to go and see where it is, and I'm sure there is some more to do. So Julie, you are all welcome. You are welcome to share your first poll with us, and then we can maybe do an indication on maybe unmute or fingers. I don't know how we're going to be able to do the voting. You tell us.
Oh, okay. Well, I had 3 questions that I was going to send out, and 2 of them were a yes or no. So that would be easy to do, like a raise your hand kind of thing. And one of them was multiple choice, because I was asking, like, how many people have had a cold in the last year or a flu? How many in the last 2 to 3 years? And how many 5 years or more have you?
Okay, now 5 years.
Since has it been since you had a cold or flu? So that was one question. And another one was, how many of you have done a heavy metals detox? Christina, awesome. That's great. So, okay, we have to do some heavy metals detoxing. Ladies, it's going to make you feel better. You're going to have more energy. Your immunity is going to be better. It's really a great thing to do for your body. And I'm blanking on what the third question was. What
Okay,
was
I could go and look quickly.
Oh, you have it, yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Excuse me.
Just quickly, is there a replay of this, or is it on E360 where we can see the whole show? Is that how it works? Is that the best way?
Okay.
It's going to be on 360 and it's going to be on YouTube and Roku,
YouTube
right?
Great.
So, my beautiful Christina, you will see it in the small group. It will be the same as all the other shows. You will get advertisements. You will get direct link to the show. I also did a few screenshots, so that will be all in that small little group, and there will, I know, even more questions coming out of that. So, my beautiful ones, can I quickly, while I'm on the screen, do you know what your vitamin D level is? Julie, that was your last question.
Eve knows. Very good. Very good. It's good. Christina knows. Good. It's very important to know what your level is. Most vitamin D tests, at least here in the United States, the range is from 30 to 100, right? But if you're down at like 30 or 40, that's actually very low. And when I was at that number, I was experiencing depression and anxiety, and my autoimmune disease had just like really kicked up. So the functional medicine doctors recommend being between 50 and 80. So you want to get on the higher end of that for better health overall. It prevents colon cancer, prevents breast cancer. It helps prevent psoriasis. People that have psoriasis and eczema, it's very helpful for that too. So there's so many benefits of vitamin D.
Thank you. Christiana, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, just one more that I had wrote down that I wanted to ask, because you were saying checking the quality of your water, and you gave some links and stuff. Would those be for up in Canada too, or is it just down there? I also love how you said you didn't dig that deep when you were talking about the well.
That was a good one.
That was really good.
I didn't even catch on to that. That's hilarious. Oh man.
Yeah, so
I
would it be like
don't
the
know.
same lengths?
I don't know. Do you guys have the environmental working group up there, the EWG? I'm not sure, but if you don't, I can look it up to see if you have a similar type of organization in Canada. Of course, there's going to be resources that you can find.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay.
Canada is a great country, right? You guys, you're a developed nation.
They'd be up here. I'm thinking health unit, maybe. I think there is some water things there because we used to have to do that when I lived at the farm. I just couldn't remember. Thank you.
Oh, okay. No
And
problem.
Julie, you mentioned something about, and I had to go and look for the screen NIC. Can you just tell us about NIC?
Oh, yeah. NAC is N-acetylcysteine, and that's what helps your body to produce glutathione. Glutathione is your master antioxidant, and we really need glutathione when we're detoxing those heavy metals. So that's part of the heavy metals detox program I have in my book, and I have quite a bit of information about NAC in there, including some studies. But yeah, I didn't know until preparing for this class that it helps to clear mucus as well. That was an interesting thing to learn. NAC has a lot of benefits because when your body is full of antioxidants, it's killing off those free radicals caused by oxidation, which causes what? Aging. So it's anti-aging.
Wow.
Best ever.
Amazing. So, my beautiful ladies, is there any more questions? Also, remember, in the small group, you are welcome to ask more questions. Julie, I want to say thank you, my beautiful one. When I came to you in November to say, will you do a masterclass for us? You said no, and then you said yes, and then you said yes. And then we had so many talks about it. So thank you. I'm so grateful that the things you prepared was like, when I saw your slides or when I saw all the things, I was like, wow. I must just tell you, I'm the proudest. Yes, Christiana, let those things go off. What you call it? Sprinkles. Yeah. I'm so proud of you because, you know, if there is something, I told you I needed to do something about my nails, you helped me. When I said my hair is thinning out, you helped me. So if anything, I asked Julie because Julie is
Julie.
ask Julie. So thank you so much for preparing this. It is totally mind-blowing. And there was 2 more questions, but I could not find the 2 slides that was the questions, but I will definitely ask in the small little group. So my beautiful ones, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for asking the questions. Thank you, Christiana, for the hearts. Remember, Julie also needs testimonials for her website. So please remember to do it upside up to sign up.
Right side up.
Yes, portrait. I'm so sorry, my beautiful ones. Portrait, 55 seconds or less. And then I will honor you to put it on E360 as well, to say thank you for that. So the show will go out on March the 15th, but I have created a group already. So if you can start putting your videos in, it gives me enough time to put it on E360 before the show is going out. And then when the show goes out, your videos will also be in the comment section to say that you loved the masterclass. So thank you for being here. Thank you
for joining.
Beautiful Julie. But first of all, Julie, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling so exhilarated and happy. I'm so happy I could share this. I hope it has a ripple effect. I hope I can do more. Thinking next, doing a brain health masterclass. There's been like so much recent stuff coming out about over half of Americans have neurological problems. That's crazy. So I think it's really needed. Let's take care of our brains. What do we have if we don't have our brains, right? and the rest of us is not going to work because it tells your body what to do, right?
I totally agree. Thank you for that. So I would have loved to ask each and every one of you how you're feeling, but if you can just mention in your video as well, that will also help. So thank you, my beautiful ones. Have an amazing day, and it's
Thank you so
wonderful
much
to
for
see
coming.
you all. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.